Hey, welcome back into today's video. Another episode of the Rep Reports, the news that matters to you. I guess this is kind of like riding a bicycle. I feel like I haven't been making a lot of content, but I'm back now, ready for 2022. And there's some stuff I want to talk about in today's video that I've been directly affected by. The MamaMax situation with the Pick a Side YouTube, we're going to talk about that because that's a situation that I've been dealing with for a minute. The way YouTube handles certain situations and suppresses videos. Another thing is Creepshow Art has returned. We know a lot of people have made a lot of videos, and I'm not gonna go like crazy into every aspect of that video, but there were some things that I wanted to talk about, and something else that I was directly affected by. Also, we finished our fundraiser. We're gonna talk more about that at the end of the video. It's good to see you. About 6 days ago, a YouTuber by the name of MamaMax posted a video titled Pick a Side YouTube. Essentially, this video explains that if you cover certain topics on YouTube, then YouTube will take it upon themselves to make it very difficult for other people to see said video, which can be a complicated scenario. For example, if you're raising awareness towards, let's say, a very bad person, in hopes that other people will see and stay away from said bad person. As you guys know, a lot of the content that I cover on my channel, we talk about dark topics. We cover individuals that are less than savory, and they're just not good people. And a lot of those videos, they're demonetized, age restricted. They're just something, even maybe nothing happens, but somehow the algorithm just doesn't, it's just very strange. As a content creator, and other content creators will tell you the same thing, we kind of understand the algorithm. We know what views our videos are likely to get. Like, at least we have a roundabout average of what a normal view per video is. And while it's true that some videos, well, they just don't hit the audience as well as others, sometimes you can tell that something's amiss. Meanwhile, you have YouTube letting people do yoga in their birthday suits, calling it educational, which it might be. I don't, who am I to say what is what, but it's a bit hypocritical when you keep content like that up, but then take down a video from MamaMax where he barely showed the butt end of a character, a video game character, in a video. Like, there was nothing shown, it was blurred, and that went down. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about.
Max documenting this formerly unknown behavior in a 90-minute documentary about the horrors of pedophilia and child abuse in IMVU is somehow sexually gratifying to you? Everything was perfectly fine for the first 500,000 people who watched it, but the very second Team YouTube watches it. Interesting.
I thought for a long time that this is something that just shouldn't happen. It doesn't make any sense because you'll have news outlets cover these intense stories, especially on YouTube, with no regulation at all, no problems, no issues. It's all good. But if a creator does it, then there's a ton of issues with that. Something that I'm all too familiar with is the demonetization of my videos, which, if you're not aware, you've probably heard this time and time again, that if a video is demonetized, it suppresses it in the algorithm. That's we've all tested it. YouTube will officially say that's not the case, but this is 100% the case. Another thing I've heard is if you mouse over certain videos, you'll notice that there's a little GIF, it moves. But there are specific videos of mine, like take this one for example, if you mouse over, there is no GIF, nothing moves. And what I come to find out is that certain topics, like bigger YouTubers like James Charles, Jake Paul, or Shane Dawson, this tends to happen, which I'm not sure what this means, but I have heard it can indicate that video has been shadow banned. But the point, case and example, is it's a phenomenon that is I don't understand it. I don't get it. So clearly you can see what's going on here. That's right. It's a massive YouTube conspiracy. YouTube is attempting to take us all. That's really not what's happening. So the issue really is that YouTube they have an incredibly difficult time explaining across things and implementing things that they say that they're going to do. Trying to figure out how they can communicate with the creator it just, something happens and it gets lost in translation. It took me years and years and years to learn and understand like that all my videos primarily were going to get demonetized. The best I could do is try to figure out a loophole in order to become monetized. And to this day, none of my videos are monetized straight out the gate. I literally have to censor as much as I can. I have to be very careful about the words that I say. I pull up the demonetized words list and I go through the whole 9 yards. And still, some of those videos, they get, stuff happens to them. Point is when you're covering topics like this, the material within itself is going to be really just right on the edge of the TOS terms. And that's why you have to be very, very, very careful with the words that you say and what you're recording and putting out there. One of the best things I feel like the MamaMax video did was it put a spotlight on the situation. You should not be having your videos taken down that are raising awareness about bad people, because you're wanting to help people. You're wanting to keep them out of harm's way. Those videos should have no issue staying up, but they do have issues staying up because YouTube runs robots and they don't have a sufficient method. So what I'm hoping is, and what I believe this video has done, is put a spotlight on this situation, and maybe we'll have better implementation and communication across, because as things are, it's a broken system. It's not good. And I think a lot of people have expressed that. For example, you should be able to say the word, well, this word, and you can't say that word. You have to say, I think you can say alleged. I don't have to check. So yeah, look, you can't say this, you can't say that, but you can say that. So a lot of times what you'll do is you'll catch me in my videos where the time is right for me to say it with a Y, but I can't, and it sounds out of place because I'm trying to get past these robots and these YouTube Terminator things, and to bring a video to you to where you can see it, because sometimes these videos go out and YouTube's like, all right, we're not sending all the notifications out, or just all these different just crazy things. And again, I think the MamaMax video highlighted these things and put a spotlight on it, and I think it's going to be better for investigative content going forward. At least I hope so, because that would be amazing for this channel and amazing for all other channels like this. Which brings us to one of the other things that were highly criticized about this video, being that YouTube needs to pick a side. It's either children or pedophiles. Can I say that? I heard somebody else say that. I hope that gets by. And again, in all honesty, I believe it's like that was never the case. Like YouTube was never picking P words. I think it, again, is their own inability to properly communicate across their guidelines and uphold their TOS, and using robots too much to filter out things. Like, at least in my experience, I've had to jump through loopholes to get my, like, did you know I upload sometimes 3 to 6 different versions of my videos with various different edits before I can even have a video that's monetized? And I have to wait for it to be monetized or not. That's a thing that I have to do, and that's dedication right there. But sometimes, because of the intense topics that I talk about and just the darkness of the topic, it's not getting through. It's not. This video right here, the most disturbing website, it was majorly suppressed. You can see it does have that GIF thing, which again, I don't even know if that's the case, but it was suppressed. Notifications didn't go out. People didn't know this video existed, and I was raising awareness about a very good cause. I was letting people know that this person was terrible, and again, nobody saw this video. Now, this didn't mean that YouTube was choosing this bad person. More so that the words that I was saying, the content that I was expressing was just, the TOS guidelines, it wasn't having it at all. Now, back then and before those times, I didn't know at all why YouTube was like suppressing my content, because it very much did seem like they were the bad people were allowed to do the bad things, but then when we raised awareness or rung a bell about it, then we were the ones that were getting in trouble, but not them. And it seemed like they were using the TOS and the guidelines to their advantage, if that makes sense. But people just take advantage of things like that. Bad people do bad things. That's just how it is. So in my opinion, this ultimatum, though it incorrect, it did do, it got eyes on it. It put a spotlight on how YouTube's just system is just not working, and it's catering more towards, like, these loopholes are catered more towards the bad people, I think. And it made it more difficult for us to make videos and cover topics about these situations because of the loopholes that we had to go through in order for you guys to see our videos. And on December 31st, 2021, Max did let us know that YouTube had a phone call with him and that they took his side. So looks like things are underway and the spotlight is working out. Sometimes situations like this have to happen. Sometimes there has to be a rise. There has to be a commotion before eyes can get on a topic and things can get done. That's how the world works, kids. That's just how it is. But I'd like to hear what you guys think about this. Also in the news. Dang, polar bears are forced to migrate from America to Russia because of climate change. I was just thinking January is like, it was almost 80 degrees yesterday. Oh yeah, Creepshow Art. So Creepshow Art has returned, and if you guys don't know, that's a YouTuber with some subscribers, somebody that I used to be friends with, and things didn't work out between me and them or anyone else for that matter. But they put out a video just 2 days ago. It's called The Lies of Emily Artful with Evidence. It's over 2 hours long. And I watched about an hour's worth of this video, and it rubbed me the wrong way, to say the least. One of the first things that rubbed me the wrong way was the description. Because this part here about her saying that Repzilla saying that he really wasn't friends with her is silly, seeing as he cried on Discord call with me because he had never had real YouTube friends. That's messed up, man. And that's the sentiment of the entire video. It's just, it's probably one of the worst defensive videos. I don't even know how to say it. Shit job. It was terrible. And to point out that somebody was crying on a call with you, that makes you look bad. That makes you... During the time that I was friends with Shannon, I'd never felt more secure. I used to talk about it in group chats. I'd say I never felt more secure. I feel like I have like a peer group that I can talk to about things, and it just made me feel really good, because before it was just like it is pretty much now. I have some people that are still pretty cool. You know who you are, but it's like the betrayal. It's just hard. It's complicated emotions, and I didn't cry, but at the time I specifically know that there was other situations that were ongoing that were very difficult for said people, and for her to get on here knowing what those difficult things were and to call somebody out for crying on a call, that doesn't make them look bad, that makes you look bad. So I just wanted to say that. That was disgusting, and as somebody that knew what was going on behind the scenes, it makes me sick to my stomach. Worst terrible video I've ever seen. Terrible. Ashley Lilly, another one of my friends and former friends of Shannon, tweeted saying, "I can't put into words how much I don't care about Creepshow Art Shannon returning or what she has to say about me. I don't interact with this BS anymore or internet drama. I've been working on my actual life and have been so happy and content, and it will stay that way. I just woke up, so maybe I'll change my mind on watching it or reading everything, LOL, but for now, I have actual things to do than worry about someone who lied and brutally screwed over their friends and ran away 6 months ago. Whatever deranged ramblings this sick person goes on about is scary, and she needs help." She also points out there's some kind of Google thing you can get that shows the dislikes, but I was told that the dislikes on the video is like closer to 14,000. I guess my other thoughts on this video is she went into so much detail of Emily's life. So much detail, unnecessary detail. It was straight up character assassination, it sounded like, and it was bitter and mean. And I know people want me to say more about this, and trust me, there's a lot more that I could say, but I just wanted to say that it was just it was no. So some of you might have noticed that I haven't uploaded in a while, and I haven't been very active on social media. That was never my intention, but I should probably say something about it since we're here in the new year and I'm getting back into it. And man, I gotta say, I feel out of practice, to say the least. My cat got sick. Greg, he's my brother. He got sick. He's still not out of the woods yet, but at the time, he almost died. He went from, like, he was 20 pounds in February, and then he shot down to 11.3 pounds. And it was a very difficult time for me. And because, like, I don't know how to explain it, but dude is family to me, you know? And the last thing I wanted to do was be on the internet and talk about how my cat died or is dying or anything like that. I didn't want to put that energy out into the universe, so to speak. And so I just stayed away from the internet. I wasn't in a good headspace, and I spent all my time, I dedicated all my time onto that guy. And I give him all my attention, and I'm still doing that. And he turned around. He did it like a 180. I took him to the vet, and the vet was like, he's got. Honestly, they didn't know what he had, and they did all these tests. Like for the cat, it's called FIV. There were 2 tests positive, 2 tests negative, from multiple various different opinions, and then they wanted to do some other crazy test, and I said no. And then they wanted to do some exploratory surgery for the alleged that they did an ultrasound for that they could not find. You know, shouts out to the vets. I'm glad that they did help me. I believe that they were doing the best that they could, but and thanks for all the IV fluids and everything that you done. But we ended up at the end of it all, after spending thousands and thousands of dollars, that they didn't know what was wrong with him. And what I did was I just gave him more like love and affection and attention, and I petted him more, and I switched him back to the normal food that he ate before I switched him off in February. And then it was like night and day. Steroid shots are awesome. They really helped out with the situation. I know that we're not out of the woods yet, and it's really even hard for me to talk about it right now. But I'm out of practice with YouTube right now, so give me some time. I'll get back into the swing. And it is good to be back. It's great to see you. And what else? Oh, yeah, the fundraiser. So on December 31st, we ended the fundraiser with $12,410. That's an amazing accomplishment. We raised that for RAIN, and I can't exactly tell you what RAIN stands for or what it's about, but you can read, because again, the YouTube thing and the whole, they need to get their stuff together. It means a lot to me. I've always wanted to raise money to help people. I've always wanted to do that, and that's what you guys give to me, the ability to do that, and this platform means a lot to me. And I don't know what we're going to do this year, but we're going to obviously keep doing fundraisers, keep raising money. We've done it 2020, 2021 now. 2020, we raised, we gave over 11,000 meals to families that didn't have food. This year, 12,410 for RAIN. And I'm also donating a percentage of my AdSense as soon as the tax form comes in. I'm cutting it out, and then I'll update you guys with the final numbers on that. But I'm really proud of this. So that being said, and as interesting as this is, or since it's more interesting to me, that's right, you guessed it, I want to know what you think. So why don't you go ahead and leave your creative or interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes. As always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. Almost forgot to say thank you to my patrons. Really appreciate you guys. You guys have been great. Very supportive. One in specific named Katie, who just had a very serious surgery and is healing. Let's send good vibes to her. Let's do positivity turtles in the chat for Katie. I guess we're still doing the turtles this year. Let me know in the chat if you still want to do that. And if you want to become a patron and get your name at the end of my videos, the link will be in the pinned comment. Wow, it feels crazy to be back, and it's like multiple feelings all at once. And I do want to say that I have fixed the Discord server. It's awesome. The link is going to be in the pinned comment. I've added so much cool stuff to it. Like you can customize your profile, pick your color. Like I procrastinated a lot on the channel, and I did that. Made all kinds of different things. Also, I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch a lot more, and I'm probably gonna do a YouTube stream. Let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to do a YouTube stream, Twitch streams. I want to stream Pokemon. I'm actually streaming. I streamed Pokemon today to my patrons, so that was fun. I want to do more things for me, for like, you know, the hard work that I do on the channel. I want to give myself, like, I want to reward myself is what I'm saying. Other than that, also, if there's any topics that you want me to cover this week or speak on, let me know in the comment section below. I have no idea what's going on in the community. That being said, that's just another way to show that you're repping. If you're open your Greg and how you do that, I'm gonna do subscribe, notification turn on, be in the comment section to every single video, because I'm gonna be there. Greg the cat's gonna be there, and the rest of the Repzilla community as well, and I expect to see that too, because this channel loves you.